Hi dear friends. So in this small video, I'll be discussing how to write the Maxwell's equation in terms of potential. Okay, so we already know that we have to use two potentials, the scalar potential and as well as the vector potential together in electrodynamics to represent the electric field and the magnetic field. Okay, and what are those potentials? So the potentials are V and A. The electric field is written to be minus del V minus dou A by dou T, and the magnetic field is del cross A. So this is already known to us. Okay. Now using this knowledge and also the information about the Maxwell's equation, we can convert our Maxwell's equation in terms of V and A. So that is what we are going to do it now. Okay, so if you look at these four equation, the two equations are homogeneous equation. The right hand side is 0 and the other two equations are non-inhomogeneous. Okay, the reason is if you look at this equation, del dot B equal to 0, it does not contain the source term, and del cross E plus dou B by dou T equal to 0, it will also not contain source term. It only contains the derivative of field. But if you look at the other two one, okay, so I will write down the number 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you look at the equation number 1 and equation number 4, if you look at the right side contains the source. Okay, so in the first equation, it contains the charge density, which produces electric field, and the equation number 4 contains the current density J, which usually produce a magnetic field. So these rho and J are usually called sources. Okay, so 1 and 4 are the source term and contain the differential equation which contains source term, and 2 and 3 are just the homogeneous equation. So therefore equation number 2 and 3 will not give any additional equation if you are going from the field formulation to the potential formulation, because if you try write del dot B equal to 0, just to if you put B equal to del cross A, then what you will get is del dot del cross A is 0, and we know that the curl of the divergence of curl is always 0, and you will get the equation 0 equal to 0. So that would be a trivial equation. So there is no need to substitute the expression for the electric field and magnetic field in case of homogeneous equations. Okay, so this equation number 2 and equation number 3 are called homogeneous equations. So there is no need to substitute the electric field and magnetic field in equation number 2 and 3. And whereas equation number 1 and 4 are called the equation with source term. And obviously they are inhomogeneous. So what we have to do is we have to substitute the expression for the electric field and magnetic field in equation number 1 and equation number 4. So first we can take equation number 1, del dot E equal to 0. So we can write del dot, what is electric field, minus del V minus dou A by dou T equal rho by epsilon 0. So that would give minus del square V minus dou by dou T of del dot A equal rho by epsilon 0, or we can throw out, we can multiply with minus, so del square V plus dou by dou T of del dot A equal minus rho by epsilon 0. So that would be one equation. Okay. Now what is the next equation? So the next equation we can get by substituting the expression for the electric field and magnetic field in equation number 4. So del cross B. So del cross B, we can write del cross A minus mu 0 epsilon 0 dou by dou t minus del V minus dou A by dou t equal mu 0 j. Now del cross A is also same as del of del dot A minus del square A minus mu 0 epsilon 0 del of, so this minus and minus will become plus mu 0 epsilon 0 del of dou V by dou t, then it become plus mu 0 epsilon 0 dou square A by dou t square equal mu 0 j. Okay, now we can combine this del square A and mu 0 epsilon 0 dou square A by dou t square together, and we can throw out multiply with negative. So we can throw out multiply with minus. So what we can write is, so del square A minus del square A now become plus del square A, and mu 0 epsilon 0 dou square A by dou t can be as minus mu 0 epsilon 0 dou square A by dou t square. Then minus del of del dot A plus mu 0 epsilon 0 dou V by dou t equal, sorry, there is a throat minus sign, minus mu 0 j. Good. So that would be the another equation. So we have these two equations. So these two equations together called the Maxwell's equations in terms of potentials. Okay, so why we have written in this particular form, that we'll understand in the next discussion. Okay, so that would be the last session for this particular chapter. So that is about the Coulomb gauge and as well as the Lorentz gauge. Okay, so see you in the next class. Okay, so again I will repeat. So what we have done today is we have written the Maxwell's equation in terms of the potentials. We have two potentials, the V and A. So they are the potentials in electrodynamics. So usually we write the Maxwell's equation in terms of electric field and magnetic field. So we can write the same equation in terms of V and A as well, because from V and A we can derive the electric field and magnetic field. Okay, so for that we have to just substitute the expression for electric field and magnetic field in Maxwell's equations. But there is no need to substitute on equation number 2 and 3 because they are the homogeneous equation. There is no source term present there, and hence that will give. If you substitute it here, you will get the equation 0 equal to 0. So that is not required to substitute in equation number 2 and 3. But whereas if you substitute the equation number 1 and 4, you will get a non-trivial equation. So equation number 1 gives this particular equation is del square V plus dou by dot t of del dot A equal to 0, minus dou by epsilon 0. And equation number 4 gives this lengthy equation. Okay, so that's all about now, and we'll discuss the Lorentz gauge and Coulomb gauge in the next class. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye.